Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. And are we live? 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Oh my gosh, that audio sounds so much better than like when we were on Linux the other day. But hey, welcome back everybody. Omega Given here. We are today going to do a little bit of breakdown. Hopefully my wife doesn't interrupt me. I did not tell her that I was going to be live streaming, so we'll see if she pops in for some reason. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna see if I can find some lo-fi. Let's get some lo-fi music playing in the background. I like this one album called Sakura Dreams by Harris Heller. There's no copyright sound and everything like that. Oh gosh, it's really loud. Let's turn that down. Yeah, we only need on like literally like 2. Something with my audio that's like look at this. It's like 2 out of I don't even know if I can get it to 1. Oh, I can get it to 1. Yeah, you still probably can still hear it. I imagine. Let me know if you can't hear it. I don't know. It's loud enough in my thing that I can just listen to it. I am pretty high up on my audio spectrum. But okay, today we want to parse JSONs a little bit better. So I did have actually let me establish a base. Okay, I always like to go over a base, even if you have watched some of the live streams, which we have had some people pop in. So far we built a Python-based AI wrapper. We are parsing requests and sending them over to Ollama. It's a server. It's a local service that you can run either on Docker or just about through itself on the command line. I'm just running it through the command line, not Docker. I should probably run it through Docker though. Might be better for me to run it through Docker. I probably should do it through Docker. For one, get a Docker experience, because I don't have too much Docker experience at my jobs and such. And 2, just it might be better to keep it all sectioned off and everything rather than just doing command line stuff. So yeah, we basically parse these requests over to Ollama using Ollama's endpoint. It's a local, basically local host endpoint, and then we receive those back and display it. That's basically what we've been doing. Let's just put this into action right now. Let's do I have? Yeah, we are right here. We'll run this really quick. Running this should boot up our local instance, where we have our chatbot with our few different algorithms, and we can just be like, hey, how, what's today's kick? What should we do for today's kick of stuff? How can I make a delicious pizza? I spelled pizza wrong, but hey, who cares? So it will send that over to DeepSeek. Currently, so how DeepSeek works, this is something I've kind of been diving a little bit more into, is DeepSeek will do a thinking kind of thing where it basically will logically start like making a string of thought of what it's trying to do for you and then give you the answer. So it's kind of like parsing the idea that you kind of want an answer from the AI immediately, but the AI needs to think about it or basically parse together the solution. So in the process of parsing together a solution, it basically puts it together and outputs it for you. Of course, I don't do super deep. Somebody could probably explain it more technical. I'm just doing very high level. That's kind of what it's doing. But here we are. It's giving us a full-on response. This is a very big response. Gosh darn it. I bet you can find some like things online that can give you better instructions than this, or at least simpler instructions, because what does it even do? It's like, okay, step 1, pizza dough. Step 2, pizza sauce. Step 3, cheese and other toppings. Step 4, baking. Then you got to put it together. Simple, delicious pizza recipe. That's the longest pizza recipe I've ever seen. I think they need to tone down these AIs. I don't think we need that much hand holding, right? I don't know. Maybe it's assuming that the person's asking just has no clue how to do anything. But that was 40. Excuse me. That was 48 tokens per second. So that was pretty fast. We have not solved the token issue on the Linux side. We do know what the issue was, though. It's something with to do with my drivers with on Linux to run my 3070. So that was causing the issue for trying to like very slow token generation on Linux side for using the local AI. But that's not today's topic. Today's topic is we want to more thoroughly break apart these requests to Ollama so we can understand, for one, understand how we send these requests, and 2, be able to make a better request so that we can maybe customize, maybe add some history, add some more context so that AI knows what it's actually doing. So basically, everything we're going to work on today is going to be in this olama.api py thing. Maybe we'll edit another thing. So this is my current wrapper for Olama to basically get information from my little Python widget here, this Streamlit widget, to be able to like send over to Olama. So basically, we have Olama's endpoints. We have two endpoints. We have this generate or API generate and API tags. Basically, I think all this API tags is it just gets us the models I have installed on the computer. I have 3 models installed on the computer just to test different sizes of models or parameter models. So like one's a few billion, one's 8 billion, and one's 40 billion parameters. You can go watch somebody technical on how to understand what parameters are and stuff like that. I still am very amateur in understanding what they are, but that's basically what those are. All right, but let's get into it. So this is the AI stream. That's kind of what I call it. This is this function right here. Actually, I should probably switch here. Let's switch the locations of our thing. So let's put this on the left and that on the right. Yeah. All right. So also we don't really need this right now, or yeah, we don't need that right now. So basically, what we have is this AI stream thing. It has a prompt. Basically, the prompt is whatever is entered into this text thing. We take files, which are files that I pass in. I have a little widget. I've never had it where it did that thing. I have this thing here where you can actually upload a file, and then it will, take that file and basically parse it and send it into the AI. I currently only have PDFs working. So you can go check out my GitHub if you want to download all this and figure out how to do it yourself. But yeah, I only have PDFs working right now. I think I could probably expand it out. We need a model name. Like, what model do we want to run this on? I just have this on. Actually, I have this on a model that I don't want it to run it on. I actually want to run it on. Wait. Our messages in this chat actually have it labeled right here. Yeah, I want this to run on DeepSeek rather than Quinn. That Quinn just takes way too long to process. So I'm gonna set this one to the default at least. All right, but then we have context, and then that's something that I want to kind of break apart. So where we got to start for this is we actually want to break apart this payload a little bit more, because I have the very basicness of how to do it. Like right now, we're just doing the request post. We have Olama URL, so that generate post with a JSON payload, headers, and a stream set to true. I want to understand what we can do with this JSON payload to be able to do bigger, broader, better things. Because maybe we want to add history here. History equals none. So maybe adding the history will be able to make it here. Let me actually also increase the size of this thing so you can actually see better. Yeah, there we go. So you guys can see a little better. So yeah, we want to add history so that maybe we can be able to pass in the history so this AI can actually remember the conversations that we're talking about. Currently, as it stands, this thing does not remember any history at all. It just request or send a request in, response, and the response is independent. Any further requests will not remember what the previous response is. So you kind of got to work with that and everything. So yeah, let's go in. So I found this documentation right here. Wait, is this the documentation? Yes, this is the documentation that we can use. So basically we have the API generate. This is basically how you break this down. It has this API generate. So the localhost might be different per you, but this is the basic localhost that it normally uses. So we have the API generate, and then generate response for a given prompt with a provided model. This is a streaming endpoint, so there will be series responses. The final response object will include statistics and additional data from the request. So, what does it take in? What does this take in? We have a model, which is required, which we do have. We have the model name. So this is basically the response where we got JSON equals payload. So we have the payload is like what we're really making. So we have the model, we have the prompt, and then we have stream, which it's not written here, but it's under the advanced options, and then context. So we're missing a few things here. So we have prompt, which is the prompt to generate a response for. We do like that. Suffix, the text after the model response. I'm guessing this is to help filter. So suffix is probably like the filtering of like, you send it a request and then you maybe want your response to have like some kind of, I don't know, like touch up to it. I'm guessing what that's what it is because it's text after the model response. So it's like, hey, tack on to be like, and this is in regards to blah, 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 blah. So maybe if you wanted to just something that you just repeatedly type, you put as a suffix. What is the status of your project? The status of my project is we're going to break down to better enhance the requests that I send to the AI. Because so what we're going to be reading the documentation today a little bit and trying to expand out this function I have to be a little bit more encompassing to add more oomph to it. Because my goal is to be able to basically pass in a bunch of context, that context being like a database or a whatever, and it being able to parse that without me having to type in my response to be like, oh, Control V, this is the database. I want it to automatically see that. So I want to learn more about this, like the request that we generate, like the generate request. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So the suffix could be very helpful. So we have, one second. Why do I have a? This is not closed. One second. Why does this say it's not closed? It is closed. Wait, do I have a open bracket, closed bracket? I don't know why this is not closed. Let me just control. Oh, whoops. Control S. I don't know why. Oh, I don't have a comma. Okay, fine. Oh, mainly type of comma. All right, there we go. All right, we got a comma there. Whatever, it works. All right. So let's break this down a little bit more. So let's kind of go in and like basically encompass every single parameter that we might want to use in our AI chat bot thing. So basically, oh, whoops. What did I just do? Okay, for some reason, like this, I'm using like an auto finish thing with VS Code, and sometimes it just gets in the way because I'm not used to it. I'm very used to raw coding without any helpers. So it's just like, I'm still trying to get used to like having all these tools and everything. All right, so we have, maybe let's rearrange these a little. Wait, if we rearrange those, it might break something, the thing I actually use it. Yeah, you see, I'll have to readjust this later, so it actually works later, but we'll ignore it for now. So this takes in a model. So I'm gonna readjust the model. I'm gonna throw the model at the top instead of at the bottom. Or in the middle. So I want to adjust it to basically match their setup here. So prompt equals none. Actually, or I guess we could just prompt equals whatever. It can just be nothing, I guess. Okay. With suffix, I think we might use suffix at some point. So we're gonna add suffix in here. So we got prompt, then we got suffix. Also, we might want to break down like what each of these things are, base aka using this documentation. I'm gonna actually put this documentation right here. Documentation for OLLAMA requests. So this is basically the whole documentation that we really want to follow and everything. Maybe that'll be a lot easier than just literally typing up all of these definitions and everything of like what each of these are. I can just go and check out the OLLAMA documentation to understand which each of these things are. That'll probably be easier. It just cuts down on the textual need. Except for I might need this to refer to itself, like the AI to refer to itself or this wrapper to refer to itself, so you know like what's what. And oftentimes you actually want a lot of good like meaningful commenting, and it's actually over commenting. I know a lot of developers are like, oh, your code should be self-explanatory, but sometimes what I've been reading up is the AI doesn't actually understand code as it is. Sometimes it needs a little bit more touch to just be like, this is for this, when there's no really good connection point of like for the AI to make of like what does this even refer to. So you kind of need to explicitly tell the AI in comments what's what. So yeah, I don't know. Ooh, images optional. We might want to venture into images eventually. That maybe we do include images here. I'm gonna do that. Let's include images. We're gonna just make it none for now. But yeah, so we might do images. Oh, did it just say video? my autocomplete is like, you want to include video in that? I'm like, I don't know if video is an option quite yet. This AI is not that, or Ollama doesn't have those kind of models yet. That'd be cool once it does, but I don't think it has that yet. All right, so images, think. For thinking modules, it should be module. Should the model think before responding? That is actually very helpful to probably throw in here. So think equals false. Apparently this thing knows exactly what it wants. Actually, I don't know if think is a Boolean object. This documentation doesn't say whether it's a Boolean object or not, does it? Here, let me Control F this. Think. This is what I was fearing. It don't have an example. Oh, you gotta love documentation that doesn't have crap to help you. So you have to wait. No, that's not it. Yeah, this documentation just doesn't have exactly, because good documentation, you should have what the parameter is, what is the return, or what was the typing that the parameter should be, and what does it return. Well, actually, the parameters don't really have returns, but that's basically what you should have in documentation. This does not have that, so yeah, that's kind of different. All right, so think. I'm gonna just set it as false. We might change that later. I don't know. All right, advanced parameters, optional. All right, so we got format, the format to return a response in. Format can be JSON or a JSON schema. Will we need to use that? We might need to use that at some point. So we are to add it. So format equals JSON. It's a JSON. Oh, wait. Just double checking. Does Python know that JSON's JSON? Like, it's a import. Is it JSON.type? No, I think it takes in probably a string. I think that's probably a string. Also, this might be a string. Think might be a string. Is it a string? It's most likely a string. We're gonna assume think is a string. We'll run it in a second, and we'll run it in a bit and check that. But I think it might be a string. Options. So additional model or parameters listed in the documentation of the model file, such as temperature. Okay, that's something that I will need to dive into at some point, as options might do stuff. So, but we're gonna for now set it to none. Or null. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Wait, do these things need to be set to null, not none? I don't know if Ollama is gonna like none objects, or if it's gonna want it to be like null or something like that instead. I don't know what format it is, but we could probably figure that out in a pretty quick like run later on. All right. I'll just put this little comment right here. Don't know if this can just be a string. Same as above. Also, comment on the none. None may need to change to null. These are things I'm just thinking about that I might as well note down because they might be different later on. So yeah. All right, so we got options. We're gonna leave that as none. System message to override, which is defined in the model file. I don't think I'm gonna use that anytime soon. Template, the prompt template to use overrides, which is defined in the model file. Okay, I don't know that. Stream. Yes. We probably should set stream. The stream equals true. Oh, hey, look, this answers our question right here. See, stream is set to true, meaning this is going to be not not in parentheses. I'm pretty sure. Fine, gosh, just edit my doc already. All right, and then we can set this to stream right here. I could just replace that right there. That's a little bit better coding convention right there. Oh yeah, look at that. We're pros. We're pros. All right, if false, the stream will return to the single response rather than blah blah blah. Okay. Raw. If true, no formatting will be applied to the prompt. You may choose to use the raw parameter if you are specifying a full templated prompt in your request to the API. We might use that eventually, but not nowhere time close. So we're gonna work on it. All right, keep alive controls. Oh, the button will stay loaded into memory following requests. Oh. Oh. Will that keep alive? Wait, whoa. Okay, they got two things here that I think overlap in meaning. You have, so keep alive, controls how long the model will stay loaded into, wait, am I on the right line? Yeah, you guys can see, okay. Into memory following the request. So I'm guessing this is basically their history thing. But then context is supposed to be history, deprecated, meaning it's probably going away. The context parameter returns for the previous request. 2, especially this can be used to keep a short conversational memory. I'm wondering if these are overlapping somehow. Why is the sky blue? Okay, guys, I think we want to test this out a little bit. Yeah, let's... It says it's deprecated. So we have context. So I think we're gonna be, we want to pass everything in as context eventually. Why did it just, why is it at, I wanted this to be deleted and it just like completely re-added it. Look at that. Look, what the, no, I want that gone. I'm getting annoyed with these the little auto edit things. It's kind of like reverting back what I had previously. So this is, so files here. Let's do a comment right here. Will be added to context. All right, so we have our full prompt. Our full prompt reference this doc. So this is actually the, this is actually, I think, what would be better for a suffix. Reference this doc. Blah blah blah. Files. Do I have? Wait, let me double check. Question prompt. Okay, so this is the full prompt. For prompt is this. We actually might want to add this to suffix. I don't really have a file to test this with, so we might. I might make this edit now, and then we'll come back to this another time. What's suffix? The text after the model response. Do they have any? Return result. Is that it? That's Is that really a good suffix? Hmm. If files. Okay. Let's do this. I want to add suffix here. So we're going to change this here to prompt. I don't know if this is going to matter at all later, but we're going to do suffix equals reference this document files. Don't care about this whole chunk right here. If files. I'm going to set that to none instead. So that basically says that if files, like it's none, so it's not, it will do that. Else, just no line. Booyah. Basically saying add this, the suffix will be that, else none. I don't know if it cares. We'll see. That might break it. Might break our response stuff. But hey, it's worth a try. Worth a try. Okay. So that covers us for suffix. That we already have model, or the payload. We have model name. We have prompt, which is prompt. We need to add suffix in here. So suffix. Suffix is suffix. Here, let me do a new line thing with this. Oh, whoops. So yeah, all right, yeah, let's make this look good. So we have model, we have prompt. Why don't we just call this model? Just, you know, make things simple. Nowhere else that we need that, right? Yeah, we don't need that anywhere else. All right, so model is model, prompt is prompt, suffix is suffix. Stream comes later, and context also comes later. Or actually, wait, is context a thing? Apparently I had context written here. Context, yes, it is a thing right there. An encoding of the conversation used in the response. This can be sent in the next request to keep a conversational memory. Context is a string of text to be used as a context for the model. Talk about self-explaining code. I'm like, that's what the word context means, right? No, this is for history of conversation. But thing, or where was it? Oh, keep alive. I wanted to mess with keep alive. There was a thing here. Yeah, I want to mess with this. Keep alive goes before context. Yes. Keep alive equals default 5. Wait, what does keep alive look like? Keep alive 0. If a empty prompt, okay, unload a model is a prompt is provided and is set to 0. Model will be unloaded from memory. Okay. What's some other use cases? Controls how long the model will stay loaded. Okay. If the message array is empty, the keep alive parameter is set to 0. Okay. Does it like state this in multiple places? It literally is saying the same thing. One second, my wife is messaging me. I need to. Wait, what's going on? Okay. Sorry, my wife was messaging me. I gotta, when I'm live streaming, I guess she knows to message me rather than walk in. But she can walk in if she needs to, you know. No issue there. Why? I think this is something that we just wanna, let's keep alive like 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So we have model, we have prompt, we have suffix, we have stream. Well, we just missed a bunch. I don't think we need to worry about JSON and stuff because I think we already assume it's JSON. But it might be good to be explicit. Kind of funny. We can like almost like push these. Actually, wait. We got suffix. We got. Can we just pass all these in? Maybe we might not have. I think we could just pass them all in, right? Right? I don't know. Model, suffix, images. Think. Format. It's literally like, oh yeah, you want to add all these, right? And I'm like, yeah. What's options? Oh, options is options. All right, then we have stream, then files, then keep alive. Oh, wait, I want keep alive to be keep alive. There we go. There we go. See, auto completion makes typing so much easier. Wow. We love auto completion. Auto completion is the game to play when you're doing stuff. All right, so that's the payload. That's basically everything from up top. We want to pass these in through parameters that we set and see whatever. I have some defaults in here to test a couple things. We'll test those things in a second. All right, let me control S this. All right, response.post. We're gonna post to the URL, which is the generate URL with the payload. Headers is headers. What is headers actually? Why do I have headers? Do we need headers? I don't think we even need headers. And then we have stream is true. We have stream set to true here. Do we have to set stream to true? Wait. Going back up top. Documentation. Stream. We can delete this if it's in the payload itself. Okay, and then we gotta print the response. I have a, oh, we don't need print. This is a print statement. I don't need that. Time start, time dot equals, for line and blah, blah, blah. We iterate over. This is iterating over the response and just like outputting it, except JSON decode. Elapse is our elapse time checker thing. All right, so control S saving. We need to now go over. I'm gonna copy this whole chunk here. We're gonna go over to main, and I'm just copying this so I can be able to see this, because we need to change this line right here. Because yeah, we changed in a bunch here. Okay. Frick. Wait, no. So we need here. I need this to not do. No, don't do that. AI stream. Freaking. No. What is it doing? I'm getting so annoyed with this thing. It's being a pain in the butt. All right. So we got model. So we're going to do model equals selected model, comma, right? Yeah. Prompt equals user input. All right, we're getting there. Wait, what's document text? We don't need this. Wait, what was document text? Frick. Wait, I need to check my Let me open up GitHub really quick. Give me a second. GitHub. What was document text? I can't remember. Llama chatbot. Main. Or no, not main. I want to access Llama. What was the third? I think that was supposed to be files. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be files. Right? Actually, wait. I could just check it. Document text equals file upload. Yeah, that's file upload. All right. So this is file upload. This is files equals document text. And then that was just none. All right, cool. All right, so we got model, we got prompt, we got files if we have files. We got stream is defaulted to true, so we don't need to mess with that. Options, format, think is false. So we're gonna be we're testing a few things here. Normally in coding realm, you don't want to test this many things at one time, but hey, whatever. I'm gonna test all of it because I'm crazy. Unexpected indent block after function definition line 25 of main. Oh, this. Yeah, let me delete that. We don't need this. All right, rerun. I don't know if it. Hello, I love, or my favorite food is ramen. Let me scroll down. Oops. Let's see with DeepSeek. Greetings. Hello. Is your favorite? It's your favorite. I love ramen too. There's a. What is my favorite food? Let's see if it remembers. Response. I'm afraid I don't have enough information to answer that. Okay, so it doesn't remember conversations. So that's keep alive. Not needed. We don't need to keep alive. I'm actually gonna get rid of that. We don't need that. Along API, we're gonna get rid of this keep alive. We don't need to keep alive. Bye bye, keep alive. All right, cool. All right, so test one done. All right, so we don't need to keep alive. Think we said think the false. I don't know what we did to get this, but we now have format JSON. Oh, that's what we're getting from the formatting, I think. Let me set this to none really quick. We set formatting to none, and then we do be like, I want to, or what's your favorite food? Yeah, let's do that. What's your favorite food? As a virtual assistant developed a DeepSeek, I don't have personal preferences or ability to eat. However, I can provide information about various cuisines. This is processing. Whoa. It's processing these responses instantly. Meaning, does DeepSeek? How does DeepSeek's responsing work then? I'm a little confused because. I'm a little confused. Do you know anything about the Streamlight Python library? I want to see if DeepSeek knows anything about the Streamlight library that could help me with programming a couple of the Streamlight things. Because that's something that's next I want to do on my list. I want to prettify my wrapper a little bit. Ooh. It does know Streamlight a little bit. Maybe we can use our local AI to edit our stuff on this. That's going really fast. Why is it moving so fast? Those are really fast responses. Frig. Like, here, does anybody, if there's anybody in chat, give me a thing that we can test this response time and stuff. I want to do like a coding response. I need a method. I need a Python script. Or no, actually I can ask my question. My question is, let me look at my main.py. All right, this is my main.py. Oh, whoops. I don't know why this doesn't go to the end of the thing once you paste it in. And then I want to feed it my UI components. This is my UI components. I want to add, or I want to move my I have a path directory here. Wait, when did I add that? Oh yeah, I think I was working on that the other day. I want to anchor my path directory to choose AI model and upload file to the top of the screen so I don't have to scroll for it. How do I do that? Let's see if this can do that, because that's a frick ton of thing for it to think about. So that'll give it, I'll hear my computer rev up probably for this one. Maybe. Revving up a little bit. Not much though. Not more than any video game. I don't know how long it might take it to process that. That's a pretty big request. I just realized we might not be up to date with our Linux side. Give me a second. I just realized that we might, yeah, we're not up to date with our Linux side, are we? Reveal File Explorer. Open terminal. Wait. Okay, we're gonna have to do a, I imagine we're gonna need to do a, oh, whoops. We're gonna need to do a, there's probably gonna be a merge conflict here in a second that we'll have to solve. Commit. Streamlining, response, stuff. The parameter cannot be found. Oh, whoops. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't type get fully. There we go. All right, get pull. I need a pull from origin. This is gonna be a little scary. What did it change? I don't know what it changed. At least that's okay. Changed main.py. It changed my readme. What's on my readme? Yeah, okay, give me some things. And then it changed package installer, or no, we got package installer. Okay, cool. All of which is fine. Yeah. All right, that's all good. We're good to go. All right. It did respond. It gave me a big thing. All right, let's look at this and let's digest some of the AI's response here. So fixing UI elements with the persistent top bar elements. The issue is that Streamlit renders all elements in a linear sequences as you execute your script from top to bottom. It doesn't automatically stick important controls at the top of the view. To fix this, you need to keep the directory input fixed near the top and ensure the UI components models. All right, here's how to modify your code. All right, so is it doing per chunk? Let's do it. I think it might be doing per chunk. So this is our main.py. All right, so same stuff up here, I think, right? Yeah, the same thing up there. Okay, it's basically saying if messages not in statement. Wait, what is initialize session state for persistent elements? That looks like something that was on this page instead. No, wait. It wants me to do session state messages is something. I don't know if I want to trust this. Why can't I just throw that in my setup UI? I'm gonna throw this in my UI. I don't know why it wants me to throw that. And see, this is why you kind of sometimes need to just like take these at like, you know, half a part of response, because it possibly might, you know, not matter at all. Create a column layout to keep controls on the left and the chat area on the right. Okay, so it wants me to make columns instead. We could give it a try. Like, it doesn't hurt to try anything. We got our Git versioning down that we could just go back to this version that we're on. So why don't we do that? Let's do it. Let's just do it. So we'll run this in our setup UI thing, because why not? It's a better location than where it wants it to be. So we have left column and right column, which these actually need to be globals if we want to access them from other places at least. All right. Oh, we might actually run all of this in the UI components, and then we just run the setup._UI. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna do another thing. We're gonna put these, because these are all just functions, right? We're gonna put all these functions. Put this one, because this is the fun. So for anyone that doesn't know Python, Python's a script language, basically meaning everything runs all the way to the end. So you want to put your running modules at the end of Python scripts, because you want everything to be loaded so that it can reference everything above it. So we're going to put setup.ui at the bottom, because it's going to reference everything above it, because it's just going to run everything. So it makes it so our main.py is a lot cleaner, and because we're going to get rid of all of these lines of code probably, and it's just going to be setup.ui_UI, and we can just look at this page if we want to look at the UI elements being set up. So that's probably what's going to happen here. All right, so with left column. All right. What are we doing with left column? All right. That's a big chunk. We're gonna copy and paste it, but we're gonna probably we might need to want to take this with a grain of salt here. Yeah. All right. With left column. All right. It wants us to for one, tab this all over. Boom. All right. Tabbed over. All right. With left column, so top bar container will all persist in UI elements. So this is gonna be all of our tools, according to what the AI is making it for us. So top bar container will be, wait, why is it? I think it's like mimicking two columns, but it's actually not. Wait, why is this top bar container? With top bar container, document text equals file upload, which is right there, which makes it so we can actually pull out file upload from over here. Wait, is it not over here anymore? Setup UI with top container. Oh, yeah, I see. It was actually taking something we already had established, but wait. I'm gonna cut out. Oh, but this might ruin how this works. I don't know. Let's build it first, and then we'll think about it later. All right. So document upload. So if model's not in session, set up model equals blah blah blah. Okay. Directory equals blah blah blah. Enters the directory. So this is basically taking from what we already had. All right. Stores the directory input values. All right. If directory. Yep. Okay. If we're coming in for a remodel. Wait, what? If we are coming for a rerun, show all elements again. One second. We already have display chat history here. We don't need to display chat history here then. Our main.py is just not gonna have anything in it. I'm just looking at this like, wait a minute, we just deleted all of that basically. We're about to delete this stuff because this stuff is just gonna be moved to the UI element. It's gonna just go right here after all this is ran. Yeah. You're gonna have this, yeah, this display chat history and user input equals that, and we return user input. The end, right? Oh, wait. So we display chat history, right? But then we'll place it in the right column. Oh yeah, right there. So we do need this right here. But then we have this. The real question is, do we need this in main? Because I think we're about to like. So main, we have this is one of the key things in main. Is that gonna break anything? Everything that we moved, is it all, none of it's referenced in here, huh? All right, let's save this and rerun it. Let's see if it breaks. Oh wait, we got an error. Wait, what's our error here? To fix this, should you please pass a unique key argument to the chat input element. Wait, what? We got an issue here. What's going on? All right, uncaught app exception. Main.py line 13. Main.py line 13. Okay. What's happening in user input handler? Chat input. I think we do run this. Oh gosh. Okay, why I'm laughing right now is because I think we're just gonna move everything out of main. So all main is gonna be is this. Everything else is just gonna not be here. And it's all gonna be right here at the end of this. This is where our true main lies. We could move this very easily. We could just move this to where it needs to be. Let me tab this over for a second. Let me see if this runs. Does this run? Multiple chat input. Wait. Main. There's no chat input here, clearly. But we do have user input. Wait. I see. Okay, we go. So it basically is like this is this line. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I think that's all. Rerun. Hi. Wait, AI stream is not defined. Wait. Oh, because we flip-flopped it all, so now we don't have AI stream. Wait. Where'd it go? From, well, I'm on import AI stream. There we go. Control S, rerun. Hi. This is not good. It's it literally just put it into, wait, actually is it because I'm not expanded out? Here, let me rerun this. Hi. Kind of wondering, I just sent 3 requests in. Did it drop all my other requests? Either way, it's not adding, it's adding it to the end, and I don't like the look of this. This is horrible. we kind of flip-flopped the look a little bit, but it's not the best look now. So we have user input handler. So this is all being handled because of this. Here, let me break this and rerun my Streamlight. See if it just needed a rerun. No, it's not. Do I need like clear cache maybe? Wait. We got a little bit of an issue here because what's going on, it's not how I want it to be. I want this to I want this. I need to look at the documentation for Streamlight. See, this whole website is built via Streamlight, I'm pretty sure. How to build a movie recommendation app without the complexities of vector databases. Deliver dynamic data apps. Only a few lines of code. Build and deploy powerful data apps in minutes. Let's get started. Set up, install. API reference. SD write, SD help, text elements, badges, captioning, code block, echo, latex, performance, formatted text, divider, render HTML. I'm looking for like ways I'm looking for like how they do all of their UI elements. Like I understand all of these, or these things are cool and all. Page linking, checkboxes, color pick. How do you? I don't think this is right. So we have Streamlight columns. Does this column configuration? Yes. This is what I want. Okay. Columns. So clearly mine's not working. I don't know why. We got gap, vertical, alignment, the default tiles border. Wait. Okay, look at this. That is a column. 3 and 1. I'm guessing that means like this is 3 wide, that's 1 wide, so it's like a 3-to-1 ratio. I don't think we ever initialized this. Wait, did our response? Actually, our response is gone now. Looks like we have these columns and containers, but they're not actually in the columns. So we need to set these columns. So let's just literally do what it did, right? Call to. Yeah, let's just do that. Call 1 and call 2. We're learning, guys. We're learning how to use this stuff. Let me rerun this. All right. Oh, ita, dekita ne. It looks good. Ah, soka. Sorry, I just went Japanese on there. Hello, I want to talk to you. Oh, wait. I want the. So I have with right column. We want chat history in right column. I am hungry. Okay, tell me more. Okay, that's weird. It's popping this out here. What is this then? I think we have 2 elements here. We have the messages, like which is the history, and then we have a chat, which is the current thing. And I think we need the chat to be in the right. Meaning this needs to be in the right column, right? Oh. I love ramen. How did we get the chat underneath our textual response? I'm liking this now. I'm liking this look a lot better than what we had before. Display chat history is in the right column now, which is this chunk. That's chat history, right? Let me look at chat history. What's chat history? Display chat history. Wait, was it display? Yeah, it is display. Display chat history. All that does is literally just If messages not in for messages in such a state, mark that chat. Mark down. Okay, so we have user input handler. Actually, do we want? Give me a second. Do we want to put this in user input handler? So what we do is we add this here. User input equals that. Then we return user input, right? Let's see if this breaks. It might break. Yep, it breaks. The select model is not defined. We don't have model passed in. I think we get rid of user input handler. I think we would get rid of this whole thing, and we add it instead. Oh, oh, wait. There we go. We add user input, right? Right here. But that's not solving our issue. That's not solving our issue right now. That's like a one line of code. Like, why do we need a function for a one line of code? We don't really need this one line of, or like this one line of code right here. We need this to be declared beforehand to get our user input, but we need this chat that happens to appear above it, like it go into message history. I don't know. Is it because we're not sending it to message history? When things happen. Well, I guess it's mainly because this is chat input. No, I don't. Gosh darn, I don't understand these things. I have. Where is it? Where is it? Display chat history. I have chat history. It's session state messages. It's this messages chunk. Yeah, it's messages chunk. And then you have gosh, this is such an annoying thing. Wait, I'm so confused at how to get the one thing above the other thing. We're appending right there. Can I do? Also, why is this not deploying? Let me refresh really quick. Why is it throwing it down below? Is it because it's markdown? I just don't get this freaking library. This is such a weird library. Why does it put it below it? So this chat input is this widget. So we want to process user input by basically if there is a response there, that's basically what that's doing. It's going to grab the session state. Is it because of the session state? Wait 1 second. I got a message that I might need to respond to. Or do I? Sorry, work thing came up for a second. I just had to check that. I'm trying to think about this, guys. I'm having a hit issue with trying to get this thing to look good. We need this to look good. If message is not in this session state. Why does it not work one after another? I'm trying to use Streamlight, and it seems to be putting text that should go in messages after my chat input widget, which it will do after next chat, but I want it to directly go the messages widget. And luckily, I can literally just copy and paste this formatting right here now, and it should do its thing. And it should work, theoretically. We'll see. I'm really confused at why this doesn't do its thing as much as I want it to. Gosh. All right. What does it want me to do? Final tip, you can also use container to group chat history and input together in a more structured way like this. With write with chat container. Ooh, that's I think what we want. With write column, we have this. Wait, there's no reason to do that though, because they're just in the same chat container. That doesn't don't do anything. It doesn't do anything any good for us. Okay, but this let's go through this really quick. This is what does it want me to do? It's same stuff. Okay, everything's the same right there. Left column, it looks like it's same. Okay, right column or next chunk of left column. All right, same. All right, so it's something to do with this right column. All right, right column. It has a display chat history, which I already did. It has state session state message, the append role, content, user input, selected model. Wait, display chat history. Did it do anything? I don't think it did anything with my code. Also, this is. I don't like the look of it. This is like very narrow. This is very, very narrow. I don't know why. We need to fix some things. I wonder if we could put the left column, this left column theme, into like a pop out that's like on the left side of the screen. I wonder if we could do that. I think we might do that in a second. Let me look at this though. All right, if user input session state message append blah 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 role context blah blah blah. Nothing's changed there. Wait, something has changed? No, nothing's changed there. Okay. Session state here. I don't need this right now. With specific to the user markdown, nothing changed there. With message empty AI blah blah blah. Yeah, response plus equals response blah blah. It did not do anything. Wait, what? Here's how you can restructure your setup function. It didn't do squat. Gosh darn AI. AI sucks sometimes. I want to do something, but it doesn't do anything. Right? You know what? Let's trust. Maybe I'm just overlooking it. Let's trust this thing. I'm gonna copy. This is with right column, right? Right column is what we're worried about mainly. Paste. Wait. There is no difference. I'll save and rerun just in case. Hi. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh gosh, this thing sucks. All right, let's put this left column into somewhere. So we want a left column. What my wife's messaging me about something for dinner. All right, we want we want layouts and containers, layouts. Oh, okay, here. Oh, this is good. This is good stuff right here. We want sidebar. That's what we want. Sidebar. Heck yeah. Let's do that. So let's do a sidebar instead of columns. We're gonna get rid of this whole column crap. We're gonna do st.sidebar. We're just, yeah, sure, it can be called settings, why not? So with, wait. Add a widget to the sidebar. Using with notation. I like with notation. Let's just do with notation. How does that sound? With sidebar right here. Booyah. I'm gonna put all the left-hand column stuff. And then we don't need this at all. This actually could just be within the function now. Let me do that and try it. Rerun. Heck yeah, even better. Dude, I'm loving this library. This is really cool library to make some really cool things. I can literally just add things to the sidebar and we just keep talking here. Even though it adds, oh, now is it gonna work? Wait, no, why does it work now above all things? Can you role play for me? Interesting. Okay. This is looking good. I like the sidebar. Sidebar looks good. I wanna have a lot of fun with this thing. This is a fun library. Like this makes Python. I don't know. I really do. I kind of want to make some games with this or something. This looks cool. Oh, I don't know. I like this. What's some other layouts we could use? Hmm. Wait, where did I see sidebar? Oh, I saw that. We have tabs, pop outs, expanders, empty space stuff. Kind of cool stuff. Really cool stuff. This is really cool stuff. I kind of want to like export this into a. Like we still haven't added. We have not added our enter directory path. We do have this slightly working, but other than that, it looks good. What does deploy look like? What does this deploy look like? I don't even know how deploy works. No, this is just their sign on. Can I export my Streamlight built project into a desktop app? Kind of wondering, can it be a desktop app? Because I would like to have this be like a little thing I can run and it just works like it's a little desktop app. Also, this thinking module is kind of weirdly annoying. I'm gonna do a stream app builder. Oh, okay, so just PyInstaller. Yeah, it'll make it executable though. I might do that sometime, but not right now. I want to add a couple more things. I want to add a variable for, or a couple more widgets right here. And all these widgets are basically just all the things I want to pass into our function. So let's do that. So with sidebar, we have this. We want to do another one where give me 1 second. I don't need Doom code anymore. We want to add think. Yeah, we want to add the think variable in here. So for choose AI model is kind of how we want a selection box. We want to do a selection box. So we want to do a ST selection box. Yeah, okay. So with this bar, we're gonna also add so we're gonna do AI. Oops. I need to get used to this like thing where it's always like trying to correct me. AI think function. Enable think for AI thinking models. And basically we just need to pass in this. It needs to be true or false. True. Wait, did that work? Oh, wait, no, it doesn't work because I didn't. Think equals that. And then we want to pass think into our AI response. Where's our AI response? Here it is. It's hard to see nowadays because I added a bunch of other stuff. Think equals think. There we are. Okay. Now Control S rerun. Think for me. So it should do some thinking stuff now. Theoretically. Yes. No. Wait. Oh, wait, we're on Quinn. Quinn doesn't do thinking. Think for me. It doesn't seem to work. Wait. One second, I got important text coming in. Let me check this really quick. All right, think. If I set this to true, is this gonna work? Let me try this again. Hello, how are you? It's not thinking. At some point, I broke it. I think I broke it at some point. Payload. Think is think. Wait, is Olama? Did I do that right? I thought there was a keep alive raw stream template. Blah 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 blah. Think, yeah. Why ain't it thinking? My modules are stupid. Let me like comment this line of code out really quick. Reload it. Hi, how are you? Still not working. It's operating too fast? I'm so confused. Why would it be operating so fast? I don't know. How is my AI model operating at such high token speeds? Because it's operating at thousands of token speeds. Like what? Meaning, is it gonna type it out? Like wait, we gotta go watch this. It's not typing it out. It's just plopping out the result. We broke something here. Yeah, it would have typed that out. We do want to think. We want to think to be false because I don't want to see all that thinking stuff. For one rerun. Hi. Okay. Either way, we did fix the left. We did add a little thing here, so that's cool. Let me do that for like a bunch more stuff. Let's do that for a few more things. So we actually probably should reorder this to just match this a little bit better. So let's add model. If model's not in session string or directory not in session string. Okay, so model should be first. Then we want document upload. That's gonna be actually close to last, right? File should be like close to last. Also, we don't need this to be in a container. What are we doing? Yeah, I'll just get rid of this whole chunk. This doesn't need to be in a container at all. Like, I think it said like use case we should keep things in containers, but I don't care. We're doing our own thing. We are doing our own thing. Screw them. Okay, rerun. All right, there we go. We flip-flopped it. So models at the top. We want prompt. We prompts on the right. We want suffix. Suffix different. Actually, suffix is going to be our suffix is going to be our format options stream. Okay, let's add stream. Just literally copy this, basically. So we'll come after this, yeah. Actually, we do want the document uploader to be above the think, because technically it's going to be our suffix. Or at least when we do use it, it will become suffix. Yeah. We want this to now be stream. And it'll be true or false. And we're gonna do the same thing down here. It's gonna be comma stream equals stream. Excellent. Okay. Rerun. What? What line? What line broke? What line broke? 94? Wait, do we need to create a new selection box? No, I don't think we do. Oh, is it just because it's the same name? AI response. Type all at once. Let's do streamed. AI response streamed. I like the look at that a little bit more. I think we broke our AI thing somehow. How'd we break it? Did we do it somewhere in here? For chunk and AI. AI response. There's that. Markdown. I feel like I did something at some point that I just can't tell. I might need to go look at my old code and see if like I accidentally altered some code to make it so it does random stuff. Because right now it's doing some weird things I don't get. All right, let's keep going though. Let's keep going. Do we? I think we might be able to set this up where we can just set up the history. Let's do that. Let's set up the history, shall we? Like, I feel like we could do that. Like right now. So let's do add context. To our UI elements. So we're gonna basically copy and paste this. History. We're gonna call it history. And we're gonna say remember consider remember chat history. Yeah, let's do that. Hit remember chat history. It'll be true or false. Yeah. That way we can literally just be like, do you want to remember chat history? And then we can literally just be like, if yes. So we'll be remember history. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass in if remember chat history. Yeah, just that. Yeah. How does that sound? Yeah, let's do that. I think we just made it so it can remember. Ramen is actually, wait. Let's restart all the way from the beginning. Ramen is my favorite food. Got an issue. What do we got an issue with? Line 119, right here. What about it? Response 58. For chunk and AI stream prompt context history. Key error response. Key error response? Wait. What is context supposed to take in? Empty if the response is strange. An encoding of the conversation. Wait, what is encoding of the conversation used in this response? This can be sent in the next request to keep a conversation memory. to evaluate. You're passing in. Wait, truncate. Truncates the end of each input to fit within context length. Returns errors if the false length is. The context parameter. This is passing in like numbers. Gosh, this freaking. Is there like create a model, generate a completion, generate a chat completion, show model information, model message think should be responded to. Gosh, this thing's. I hate this documentation. This documentation sucks so bad. We're trying to like figure out stuff based on documentation that's just not that well up to date. What to do? What to do? The image filters are cute. I don't think this thing likes this. So what if we just pass in like what it had, which was 1, 2, 3? I don't know. My favorite food is ramen. Okay. Respond. AI, please. Faster. Faster. Come on, AI. This is not a quick thing. I don't know why it's being so slow. What is my favorite food? Let's see if it remembers. I don't have access to personal information for this. Food. Wait. So it doesn't remember. I'm so confused at what. Wait, let me do this instead. Let me print. I want to do print st.messages or frick, what is it called? Such state messages. I want to print that. I want to print this. When rerun testing. Okay, so messages or the session state messages is roll. It's it basically is a big list of dictionaries. Where's the close of this? There's the close. Okay, so it's a basic list of dictionaries, and each dictionary is basically what the different things are, which I think AI should be able to understand and respond to. Maybe we just have to parse this. And pass it in. Do we maintain our history that we should? Why don't we maintain our history? Let's maintain the history. I think what we'll do is I think we'll do this. I think we're gonna do history. So right here, history, equals, it's gonna be a list because apparently the AI likes lists. We're gonna do history. It spelled history wrong. What the frick? History dot append. We're going to append I'm trying to think, do we append it all? We might want like the user question and the AI response in the same note thing. So we actually don't want to append until like the very end when we're actually writing this thing to this. Yeah, I think we might want to just do it right here. So history dot append. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna append F quote and get rid of, or F first quote. We're gonna do let's type in user input. Yeah, let's do user input. That. And then AI response this. And then we'll actually replace this with AI response. Trying to fix this up to make it work. So open bracket, close bracket. I want that to be that. Yes. Okay, cool. That way we don't need this. So if remember history, I think we'll just put it in line right here. Don't do what I'm about to do. This is not good. So else none. Boom. Don't do that. That's not a good way to code, but I'm doing it anyways. Yeah, I'm doing that anyways. All right, all right. I love ramen. It's my favorite food. So theoretically, it's now in history. Yay, ramen's so funny. What is my favorite food? Let's see if it remembers. Does it remember? Come on. Come on. Would you like to share? No, it's not remembering. It's not remembering. Give me a second. I think I'm doing something wrong here. We have prompt. We have context. This did say context was deprecated. Do we need to just pass it in as a prompt then? Response. This guy. Wait, no. We want a stream false. Context. What does that mean? Gosh, I don't know what this means. Okay, so total duration, low duration. Remember the tokens in the response. Default duration. Context. An encoding of the conversation used in this response. This can be sent in the next request to keep a conversational memory. I need an example of how this works for me to, or maybe this actually, maybe I can ask the AI how it works. I might be ending here really soon. Just saying. I don't know. I've been like working at this for like almost 2 hours now. I know I like to only let these streams go for 2 hours. But we made a lot of progress. We dissected a bit of what we need, or like what llama takes in. We also dissected or rebuilt our thing so we can actually type pretty well over here. We did break a thing that we gotta fix now. We gotta fix why it's not streaming. It's not streaming right now. I don't know why it's not streaming. So we gotta fix that. I might do that off stream, or maybe I'll just pick that up if I have time later on to do another stream. But if you guys have watched this, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I will see you all on the next time. Later. Bye-bye.